Just to recap here, down by 18 after one, down by 18 in the third quarter, come back to tie it in the fourth quarter at 88, go down 98-90, and then close the game, Wally, on a 15-0 run. From 98-90 to 105-98.
Welcome to the modern-day NBA.
I mean, you got to credit this team. Hey, in 3 of the 4 games, the Knicks have been resilient,
but
right?
what did R.J. Barrett always say? What's the NBA game? It's a long game.
You got to play all 48 minutes.
3:24 to go. Fisdale calls a timeout. They come out of the timeout, and the game completely changed.
If you can get stops in the NBA with the three-point shot, how much that can change momentum. You can really, you can make up a big-time deficit. And
how about that out of the timeout, right?
That was huge.
The inbounds.
Ellington had just missed an open shot, and then he got a little bunny, a little layup that kind of got a little bit of rhythm to the team. Marcus Morris, tough little shot over Otto Porter. That was huge. And you start to put the pressure on the Bulls.
Miss free
Not
throw.
blocking out the shooter. Really? Come on, Jim Boylan. You got to block out the shooter.
Calling out the coach?
This is Pee Wee basketball.
How about that unselfish play there by Randall?
Very
finding the hot man in the corner. And Portis with patience, doesn't step out of bounds, knocks it down. That was a big shot, but here's the dagger again from Randall.
Yep, and that's great rhythm passing. Portis just camping out in those corners. Portis was absolutely on fire. Anything he threw up today was going in. You could see it right when he got in the game. He hit his first 2 shots. You knew it was going to be a good offensive night for him. And then the coach and the guys out on the floor, they realized who the hot hand was. It's going to be a different guy every night, I think, for the Knicks. You're going to have Barrett that's going to be pretty steady. Randall and Morris should be your steady guys. Other guys are going to have to get hot at times. They're going to have to come up with timely shots and timely performances, and they're going to have to will wins out. And that's what they did tonight. They willed themselves a big victory that this coaching staff and this team really needed.
I think it's really interesting that, and David Fisdale made the point in the first segment, that Julius Randle, in situations that we saw down the stretch here previously, would have maybe forced something.
Well, we saw it early in the game,
right,
when he was trying on the one break, when he took the offensive charge.
The point is, guys, as he draws a double team often, if he can start giving up the ball like he did there, this could really loosen things up offensively.
It's true, and you see his numbers, and they won so we can make the joke. He went 13, 14 rebounds, and, you know, I mean, those are great numbers. 5 assists and 8 turnovers, so as Mike D'Antoni said, he almost had a triple-double.
Right.
But, you know, but he's got to work on the turnover part, but it showed that he figured it out by the end of the game not to force it. And I love what David Fisdale said. You know, he said that his agenda is pure.
Yeah.
That he's a guy that's working at it, that he's trying to do all the right things. And you could see that in the beginning. I think these first couple of games, he's trying to be the man and do everything. And he's realizing he's got to play within the system, and things will work out a lot better.
It's a new role for him. He's the guy. And all of a sudden, you know, he's not a complimentary player. He's a guy that when he gets the ball, the whole defense is converging on him, making him make the right play. And it's just something he's got to get comfortable with the offense. It's a new offense. I said it takes a little bit of time and in-game plays in order to kind of get comfortable with the parts and your players where they are. And he looked a lot more comfortable in that fourth quarter. He's starting to learn what the coaches are asking him to do as the marquee guy and the star player who can create not only for himself, but for everyone else.
Now, for Portis, looked a little bit out of sync here the first 3 games. Tonight, a different story. Handful of years with Chicago. They offered him an extension. He turned it down, was traded to Washington, spent the latter part of last year with Washington, and then, of course, comes to the Knicks. And we have seen Wally, when he's played against the Knicks, that he can do some of the things that we saw here tonight. He's got a heck of a shot.
He's got a very versatile game, too. And it started with his post-up play. Got a couple nice, easy baskets inside.
He came in this game, though, with bad intentions.
And he had
a
Luke
revenge
Cornette.
game.
He had Luke Cornette on him, took him to the basket,
What's the
posted him
mentality?
up a few times.
There's got to be that mentality. First time you played
get
the
up for these
Timberwolves,
games,
right?
big time.
You wanted to just
you
go
definitely
off.
get up. You definitely do. And he was fired up, and he knew his team needed this game. I just love the emotion. Look at him getting involved with the crowd. This is what New York Knicks fans love. They bleed basketball. They bleed orange and blue.
And toughness.
They want to see a tough-minded guy get hot, get going, get in the zone, and just get this building absolutely on fire to the point where the roof just blows off it. That fourth quarter and that second half, the fans were absolutely going bonkers.
Yeah.
These shots were huge shots, clutch shots. It's just a great feeling to see a team that's gone through a little bit of heartache, a little bit of tough times and hit some strife, and then to break through and hit their stride and get a win like this. This is what sports is all about. It brings a team closer together, and hopefully this can be a win they can really build on.
Plus 31 in 30 minutes.
Plus 31.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, Bill.